Yo, what is up, everyone? So, hope y'all doing okay. So, yeah. So, prior to the news that I had today, uh, no, sorry, prior to the news that I had yesterday, where I had my new cup merch mug as the blue ink. Now we have this little Giphy thing here, and we have some overlays on the stream. Change the things a little bit. I even went a little bit above and beyond, and I've already updated the badges here on Twitch. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. Somehow, how my stream logging in. Give me just 1 second, guys. I needed to uh, crashed on my. I think it crashed. At least the window for the chat. I'll put it on my cell phone. I even updated my profile, so when you go above on the live stream, you'll see that I have some new banners and stuff. Yeah, I even have an offline new video, new. You say, fuck, an offline something. I'm current that I'm currently forgetting about it, but oh, it's the background. Let me just see if I'm receiving. Yeah, at least I'm receiving, so I can see it. Yeah, guys. So today, what I had planned was for us to do some kind of marble effect, something that I'm going to try and do here on Saddle, you can name it that, and just went to my bathroom, got these little cotton balls, little grabbing little piece, it like this, going to separate the fibers, and hopefully when we spray it with, well, actually there's a problem now that I think of it, because for the marble effect should use like a white background, right? Should have a white background. Let me check real quick. Yeah, because the marble normally has a or Because I saw someone do this. Yeah, exactly. So you need the white. You actually need the white effect. Because you know what's cool on the marble is you can actually like trim it. I don't know if that's the name. Like do some really thin line with um gold, and then it creates the if you know that effect that marble has with black and gold. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare just my compressor here real quick. Just close the valve on it really tight. And while it's loading, let me just grab some water. And in the meantime, grabbing some water. Let me just real quick clean my hands or wash my hands because I have my hands really dirty. So I'm back, sorry. So now that the compressor is on, let me just. I'm gonna use my Infinity. Because even though it's not a really detailed, I want to do it with the control of the Infinity. And we are also going to yeah, we'll use this masking putty. This is something that I was trying to in a while to show you guys. I know some of you don't like to use this type of shit, but believe me, it's really good. And at the same time, we're going to try it out because I've never used this one, but I have used masking putty in the past. I used one from actually I was using one from AliExpress, and there was a problem with it. Even though it's cheap, it it like it had like an oily. I don't know how to explain it. Let's see. So, do you know when you have like a when your skin is oily? So basically, that gooey stuff, that putty from AliExpress would leave an oily substance on the surface of the mini. And I had a lot of problems with it because I wanted to paint next on those areas, and the thing was the paint wasn't sticking to the surface. So because of the oily stuffy thing. So we're going to try it out. I don't feel that on with the one from Green Stuff World. That's the one that I'm using. Trying it out. I also have the one from AK, but that will be for another stream. So I have this one from Green Stuff World. Asking pretty, 60 grams. I think it's really cheap, so nothing too expensive. Um, it's like if I use this, I can paint everything white, right? With the brush. Not sure if I want to do that. Okay, one of the things that I like to test for the putties is this thing. Even though this is like a putty, I want to like strain it out and just leave it there. If you see it moving, like it is now, there's a problem. Which is, as soon as you leave the putty on the mini, and like you can even see it moving right now, right? Getting closer to my finger. And you can even see it like this. Like, it's freaking moving, look. So, the thing is, even if you do a thin layer, the thing, this, this thing, I don't know what's happening to me again, it's going to move. So, as soon as you apply it on the mini, you should be a little bit faster on using, because since it's a putty and it's really soft, it will start moving out away from places that you used it for. But I'm going to get crazy here, and I'm going to put it all around the saddle, and then we'll cover the bigger parts. The bigger parts, we'll cover them with the putty as well. Mm, mm, mm. So I like to use those silicone tools. Just to, oh shit, I can't actually use this. Oh, this one sticks to the silicone. Hmm. Okay. Something that we learned today. I wasn't expecting that, so I'll use the metal. Does it stick to the metal? No, it doesn't. Nice. Okay. There's one thing that it worries me, which is the fact that I'm not covering the gold parts. Hmm. Mm, mm. It right here. Then we move it up a little bit to grab this. Because Like one way for you to notice if there's been a little bit of time and if it's moving or not also is when you press it, you'll see your fingerprint, right? So as time passes by, you'll see that your fingerprint will start fading away and it'll become like a shiny, blubbery type of thing. Like, how in the world am I going to cover the gold? And I didn't thought about this because now I'll have to do the gold all over again if I'm going to do this way. Because what I wanted is to, so everything on the saddle should be that it's not gold should be like white and marble at the same time. That's what I was going with. Hmm. The back side I can actually like cover it lightly. But then what it worries me is the other part. Nah, I think I'll just have to be careful with. So let's trust a little bit my airbrushing skills and aim at the same time. So since we are going to airbrush normally has a really wide spread in what comes to the paint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover all these parts of the Mini that I don't want them to be ruined. Okay? And you can never be too careful with this. So enough. I mean, you can never be too enough careful. Yes, so you should be really covering everything if you're a newbie, because sometimes you think, oh, this angle is good, and you're actually hitting something that you shouldn't. Yeah, I think this way is good. Maybe I should cover just the tail a little bit, because I'll be shooting that part. Nice. So the Mini is all covered up. I think I can start painting. So let me grab just really quick. Let me close the putty so no dust and stuff goes to it. Mm, so whenever we think of marble, it does have the white shiny, right? It does have the white shine. Okay, found it. So, but when I think of it, how are we going to do the shiny part of the white? Oh, hmm, nah, that actually isn't good. Because I was like thinking of doing, I was thinking of doing like one big layer of white, and then just maybe we could use like some satin varnish, the one that is shiny. Normally, so strange the way it works. Bugs my brain. I'm not gonna lie to you. Literally forgot to do those in these deep shades. The mixing ball. I was just checking that. I remembered. Um, yeah, all the varnish that I have, they are really, really strong, and they give like a really strange vibe. Fuck it. We'll use. Yeah, fuck it. We'll use the white one and we'll use the black one above it and we'll go from there. Not gonna sweat it too much on it. Because if you think too much, then shit starts to. Hmm. Let me just check because my airbrush is clogged. Fucking hell. Why? Why every time? Check real quick. See if I can see through it. So it's not this way that it's clogged. Where the fuck is it clogged? Hmm. Weird. Because I'm almost positive that I did clean it. So, the heck is up with that? So, it's tightened. It's always a good thing to do what I'm doing now, which is you put a little bit of water on your brush and you test it out. So now it's, but one way of you to test it out is to check for bubbles, right? As soon as you press on air to get out, which is downwards, and this is a two action airbrush, if you see any air coming up, this is a little bit clogged. Look, it'll start showing a little bubble. See there? There's a tiny clog. But hopefully it won't mess with our paint job, so Mm. Let me grab really quick a piece of paper. Let me remove my wet palette here. I don't want the water to be dirty. And we'll put a piece of paper here just to stop the spread from going all over our station or our painting area. And I fucked it up. See what happens when you get too close? You'll start having those spreads and stuff. What I like to do is I don't like to let it build up, so I'll just clean it really quick to a place where there's almost no paint. I give it air just to dry it out a little bit, and then I'll give it a second layer. And like this, I guarantee you, you almost save your mistake every time. Lower pressure. A little bit. Yeah, like that. I want to get a little bit closer. Now that I'm onto it, I think I'll paint just really quick a small layer of white onto the feathers. Just so when I do the feathering, not the feathering, sorry, just when I do the feathers, it'll be easier to build up on the lighter tones. So I think that is it on this part. Let it dry a little bit. Now that I'm letting dry, I'm gonna clean up my brush, my airbrush, with a little bit of distilled water. That's what I use to clean my airbrush. Because I don't want the normal watery stuff, the normal water to ruin down my airbrush. So so now that that's out of the way, we will start using now the marble thingy. You just see. Yeah, I think it's dry enough. As you can see, and this is a good way to show you guys. Look to the putty, which is already like going down, even here, already going down. But what I really wanted to show you guys is look at some tiny pieces of the spread here, even here, even here on the head. So yeah, basically, this is an issue, right? So be really careful when you're using your airbrush because the spread, even though you're not aiming to that piece. Remember this, when you have like an object, there's wind passing by. If you stand behind that object, you won't be hit by the wind, right? But everything around you will be. That's the same concept. If you're just aiming here, like in this direction, here the paint will stick, but the rest of it will just flow right on the other parts, and it might ended up hitting, which it did. Because if you look at this angle, you'll see that oh shit! Oh, that was a scary moment because I thought it was going to fall. Um, Let me remove this. Let me grab another paper clip just to fix the miniature really nice and tight onto the cork because we don't want it to to fail again. And yeah, unfortunately, I have had an accident. Had an accident with this figure already, and I don't want it to happen again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it like this, and I'll be sticking here and there. Oh yeah, nice and tight. I think like this it will hold. Yeah. So, as I was saying, if you watch it from this angle, you'll see that I was hitting with the airbrush like this, and you'll see what's behind it, right? The tail. Hence why I was warning you guys because of the freaking spread. The spread is something that unfortunately, because of my recent acquired skills, if you may say, I ruined a lot of shit. Because nobody told me that. Nobody told me, like, hey, be careful with the spray. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay down this like this, and then we'll just spray it. Hopefully, not doing what we wanted. Let me see if I spread it a little bit more. If I spread it a little bit more, maybe I can have the webby effect of the marble. Nope. It's not doing. Either I'm a noob, or either this shit doesn't work. Maybe do I have too much pressure on it? I don't think that I have too much pressure on it. Let's try on the paper. Maybe I should have gone with that first. Do it like this. Wait a minute, did I did it wrong? I did it wrong. Fuck! Now that I'm thinking about it, if I paint black over the white, what will happen is exactly. So I should have been painting it. Fuck. I had it all right. Fuck the gold at this moment. I don't care at all about the gold. I want to get this done. Because I want the marble effect. I can do the gold anytime I want, so So what I just found out is I was doing it all wrong. Cause the way I was doing is I had the white surface and I was spraying black. And what I wasn't understanding is why the fuck am I having the large areas black? Because that's how the inverse way. It's how you do it. The Marvel effect. Because think about it. If you have like a not a large area of black, if you do this wavy thing, you'll be hitting it with white. So the larger areas will be painted as white, and only the things that are being blocked by the cotton, it's what's getting black. And yeah, I can't believe I got it all wrong. Oh shit, a lot of black in the airbrush still. So there's no black on the airbrush, so we're good to go to add the white. Here, be careful always using this type of airbrush, because the airbrushes, the paint for the airbrushes, they are really thin. So if you by any chance drop one bottle, you might have a lot of spillage of paint. So and you don't want that, right? So be careful with it. So grabbing huge ball of cotton, spreading it out. This. I'm just checking if there's if it is there's something in black that I could try on. Maybe like this. Exactly. There you have it. Oh man, I'm so fucking dumb. I can't. I was being so fucking dumb. Ooh, and I can keep on spraying it like this. I'm just testing because the cotton actually absorbs paint. Look. Hmm. The cotton actually absorbs paint. So I can't be using the same area, otherwise I might ruin shit like I did here. So for example, if I have a huge chunk like this, maybe I should really be more gentle on the pressure here. Yeah. Oof. What is shit? The fuck? Don't I have anything that it's little bit more strong? I do have these pads are made of cotton too, but I think they're a little fibers are a little bit stronger. Hope it creates the same pattern. They are stronger. Yeah, but it doesn't create the pattern that I want. Let me just mix the ball here a little bit, just to see if the fibers actually become a little bit stronger. Nope. I'm screwed, bro. Maybe I can do it like this. Frame really away. Mm, doesn't convince me too much. Fuck it, I'll try it directly. Let's see what comes from this. And I'm out of paint on the airbrush. Awesome, right? And the fucking putty is grabbing all the cotton. This is a mess. So actually don't use this shit. Don't use the cotton next to the putty because the putty will just freaking grab everything. Nice. Good to know. Hmm. It's not going well. Is this one? Yes. And I forgot to put paint. Awesome. I think I'm more or less being able to use it. I'm doing like a type of, let's say, stencil. You know the stencils? So what I'm doing is I'm grabbing a little, I'm doing like this, and then I put it and I spray it on the end instead of in the middle. Yeah, because like this, it gives a little bit of the, if I do it, yeah. If I do it this way, I think I can manage to precisely use it. So again, what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing a piece of cotton and I'm using the tips that are dry, that are with paints. I let it sit on top of it and then I spray it. Fuck. It holds still. Okay, I got it. So what I'm doing is, let me see if I can actually show you guys without ruining anything else. So what I'm doing is the following. Let's say this is the figure, right? So you see those little hairs there? You see those little hairs that are floating away? So what I do is I lay down, I spray it from far, and I do it like this, and it will live. And if I want to lay it down here, this, 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 and like that, it's creating the marble effect. This is what I'm doing. I have my fingers all fucked up right now, but we're close to finishing it. I had some strong. Should repaint that part into this horn I'm missing. This part. Fuck. I don't have the angle. Can't operate with 3 hands. Fuck. What I'm doing next is fixing the gold and then doing the... Fuck, I can't seem to make it stand still. this isn't a good idea also. Don't wrap the cotton around anything, because as soon as you lift it up, you'll fuck up everything and drag the paint. So, I fucked it up one part. I used too much white. So we're cleaning it up. Cleaning up the airbrush. I think that's good. We're going back with the black. Small. Let's see if we can do the inverse. I know we already found out that that's not the thing that we want, but no, actually it doesn't work. So now that I've done with the black, removing the black. Normally for this shit, I just use just one drop. I think it's enough. Just in case you guys are wondering. Nice. Going back to the white. There's a there was a drop there of water. Now we are going to nice. And now hiding this part. Yeah, there's a small marble effect. On the horns, it's better. As a first try, I don't think that's bad at all. A little bit messy. Not sure I like this technique of the marble effect. No, I'm pretty sure I don't like it. What I'm finding curious is as soon as I spray a little bit of white on top of the cotton, since it grabs the paint, the cotton, then when you use it to create the marble effect, it actually becomes better. Because now the cotton fibers are more stiff. Hmm, good to know. So I'll save up the rest of the cotton here on the side so I can use another stream. Look at how my hands are with the overspray and shit. Insane. Oof. So I think I'm done here. Let me just grab my cleaner so I can clean right away the airbrush so I don't forget about it. Just to remove any unwanted dried paint. One thing that I like to do also is, oh, I lost the cotton head. One thing that I like to do also is with the thinner onto the airbrush, you'll do it like this. You just rub the cotton head without making too much pressure. Just to remove any paint that might be on the cup. Now with the distilled water, we'll use it to clean the cleaner off the airbrush. Even though the cleaner is transparent, in contact with water, it actually becomes like a whitish, really diluted, but you can actually see the difference. Water and water with cleaner mixed up, which is kind of funny. Just think about it. So, leave it dry here. Put the airbrush on the side. Move these bottles. Please give me 1 second. I need to open my window because it's fucking hot. Yeah, it's fucking hot. Like, I don't get it. How my room gets so hot. Like, I only have this light. The light that I'm painting with. I only have that one. And it's like insane. Sorry. So now we go to another harsh part, which is removing the putty without damaging without damaging the miniature. And please make sure that you remove the entire putty. Because sometimes when you unstick it from a surface, you will do some webbing. If I can actually, yeah, look. Do you see like those tiny strings? Yeah, that's a problem. You don't want to leave those strings on the surface. Well, I think that for a first try, not actually bad. Marble effect thing. but it kind of leaves a lot of fibers around the area where you painted. Not quite sure if not quite sure at all, but it gave a really nice touch in some areas. So now we have to repair here on the sides and here on the front. And we now can start paint the gold again. Is a pain in the ass. Let me just do one thing. Yeah. So as soon as as soon as you remove the putty, what I do is I normally ended up mixing with my clean hand, or almost, just so it absorbs all the paint. And next time you're going to use it, hopefully, uh, it won't mess with your figure. Normally it doesn't. It takes a really long while for you to have the putty all painted up with huge chunks of dried paint. But since the paint is dry, normally it won't stick to the miniature. But you never know. I think the cotton got into my nose. Fucking hell. So let me grab just a little bit of alcohol here and some cleaning pads because I want to remove this not only from this here the mat, the painting mat. Just removing the thread a little bit. So if by any chance I'm doing this for one reason. I don't know if you guys ever gotten the chance to ruin a figure because your workstation was really dirty with paint. And but unfortunately, I had, and it was a pain in the ass. You know what I think? Oh, I just had an awesome idea. Oh, I just had an awesome idea. Fuck, I'll have to try this off stream. But if I fuck up the cotton on a cotton head, and I use the cotton head to, put it on the surface and not only I won't fucking spray all over my fingers, which is more easy to control. Nice. Really nice really nice idea that I had right now. You just remove this paint. Just so when I touch the figure or something, I don't pass the paint to the figure itself. I think I'm good. Yeah, and as I was saying, I had a really rough time one day because my painting mat was really dirty, and I to rest I let it rest a little bit, the miniature on the surface, and the areas that it was touching, somehow the paint that was dry on the mat flew to the mini. Then I had some really pieces of paint on it. It was a disaster. So I totally don't recommend it at all. So since we are using gold, I'm going to grab an old silicone cup, which I had with dried gold. I'm not going to use the gold from Vallejo because that one is with alcohol, and I don't feel like ruin another set of brushes, even though they're cheap and synthetic. Not in the mood to it, because you have to really be careful with it. Because if you let the Vallejo paint go to somewhere, since it's alcohol, it'll dry instantly and it'll fuck up everything. So, for example, here on the painting paper, the wet palette paper, um, as soon as I spilled some, just glued, and I couldn't get it out. This one, liquid gold. You can even see it on the warnings that it's flammable. Contains alcohol and another bunch. So it really dries really fast. It's awesome. It's one of the best golds that I've seen in my entire life. I'm not gonna lie, like every single gold here is with that one, and I've never seen any paint doing the kind of job that that one from Vallejo does. Um, Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Vallejo stuff, like I said to you guys on other streams, it's actually good. Not gonna lie, because it does the freaking job. Like it's so good. It's actually really good. Look, I have another cup here somewhere. I have to clean the other ones that I have here. So let's shake the paint. Guys, if you have any questions, you can ask me. My Vortex mixer is just shakes everything up. 1 hour has already been? Fuck. So deep brush and something small works. And I need to grab the other gold, the other metal color I had here the other day is the green one. Like green emerald goldish thing, this one. It's really good. Really nice color from AK. Like I'm a little bit of a fanboy on AK, but um I'm totally impartial when I'm advising people. 2 drops are enough. So I'll put this cup on the side. I'll put this one. This is my cup for the metals. this is one thing that I'm always advising people. Use two different cups, one for when you're using metals and another when you're using um, paints, normal paints. Mainly because when you clean your brushes after using the metals, the metal particles are so big. When you're using a clean brush and you're using on that dirty water, the metals will just stick to it. Believe me, and they will enter to the metal part of the brush, the ferrule. That's the name of it, of this part. It will enter here, and as soon as they sit, the brush, the air brushes, they start to have like a lot more, a lot less space between them because there'll be some pigments accumulating there, and they will start to spread the hairs on the brush. So yeah, don't recommend at all using those brushes on those good brushes on the dirty water that you use for the metal. Um, not sure. It's similar. Wasn't too sure that if the gold was similar to the one of the Vallejo, but it actually is. 2 drops of thinner. So I've done like 3 drops of metal here on the gold and 2 drops of emerald metallic here, and 2 drops of thinner on both of them. And now comes the really cool part. Look at this. You can already see the pigments traveling around, normally in a circular motion, right? Because even if you do this, the water starts spinning. And look, all those metals, as soon as you wash and wash and wash, and I'll show you in a bit that my water will be like a storm of metal pigments. Even if my brush is not loaded, look, second clean, and you can now see a huge cloud swirling around. You'll see in a bit how it becomes insane. This one is too watery, both of them. So I'm going to add a little bit of medium, metallic medium, just to make it a little bit more thick. I like to use this medium from Vallejo, really good. You can add it to any metallic or non-metallic paint. For example, let's say you have a paint that it's something that you don't have as a metallic, but you want it to be metallic. You can add a little bit of that paint, a little bit of metal medium, and then that color turns out to be metallic. Because the medium grabs the other pigments, and since the metal pigments reflect the color around it, they'll become shiny stuff. Okay, now it's on the right consistency. Look, after a couple of cleans, look at that thick cloud. It's actually nice, but every time I'm cleaning, you can't see on the. Actually, I don't know if you can see. Actually, you can. Oh, actually, you can. Do you see some tiny dots on the brush right there? Just right here in the middle, right here, where my fingernail is pointing at. You'll see some light reflecting on the hairs of the brush. Those are all metallic pigments that stick to the hairs of the brush. You really have to be careful with it. Oh, I'm having a problem here. The gold medal is not the same. Fuck. Fuck. It's not the same. Goddamn. Let me just zoom out a little bit, tiny bit. This. Yeah. You guys can see it better. Like, guys, if you're wondering why I don't have any music on my stream, it's mainly because not only do I find it more difficult to get. Sorry, I'll have to use the other gold. I didn't want to. Really have to, because this gold is different, and it'll make a really huge difference. Fucking hell. I really hate this cup. Because this cup, you have to press it down and then twist it. But somehow, a lot of the time, it doesn't work. I think it gets stuck. Fucking hell. I can't open it. What the fuck? I just opened it the other day. What is going on? Did it dry? Oh, I managed to open it. Fucking hell, bro. Oh yeah, it actually dried a lot. Yeesh. This paint, it's just obnoxious. Fucking hell, bro. It's just too aggressive. Don't get it. It's so good, but at the same time, it's so aggressive, so fucking aggressive. I don't recommend at all you guys using this unless you're prepared to have gold everywhere, and you really have to be, because this paint is really really intense. Leave it there, and I'm gonna grab old paint brush. Might have somewhere some old here. Because this thing, believe me, it really fucks the paints up. The paints, the brushes. Like you can even see the pigments moving around as the liquid. Look, even if I touch a little, touch it, look, they're constantly moving. Insane. The way that paint behaves. Look, as soon as it touches, it's fucking amazing. Like, for me, it's just one of the best golds that you can find. And it gives such a good coverage on just one go. I've never seen any other brand having like a, well, besides Tamiya, which they do have alcohol based paints. Those are the only ones that stick right on. As soon as the paint lands on the surface, yeah, it just glues perfectly. At the same time, if you screw up, oh, believe me, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the mistake. And in a way you can't even imagine. Careful here. Walking on really dangerous territory with this paint. Can't make too much mistakes. Otherwise, I'll be cleaning for a little while. I don't want to. And when I say cleaning, it's just correcting some mistakes. And this color is so bright and so good with the coverage, like I've said, that it actually you have to do a lot of layering just to cover that mistake. It's not good, believe me. It's not. Well, it's good from one perspective, like the paint is really good and the coverage as well. But at the same time, it's not good for you because you'll be spending a ton of time fixing that little mistake. And it's almost, sorry, let me just grab, because I have some fibers. Had some cotton fibers. And one thing that this paint is good at, it's spreading around. So if the surface is not flat enough, please be advised that this gold, it just spreads everywhere. So you really have to be careful with, like, for example, look at there. It already spread. Even if my brush is not loaded enough, it just runs because of the alcohol, so you have to be really careful with it. The good thing is, these tiny mistakes are being done on places where I can clean it after without making big of a mess. Now the hard part comes. I think it's better now than it was before. Fucking hell. Because I'm doing this with a better tipped brush than I did previously. I gave the gold to the, like, a good tip makes the difference, all the difference in the world. And I don't know if you noticed, but I said a good tip. The brush, not a good brush. Well, a good brush, it does make a difference, but it's not something that you actually need. Look at the way that the paint moves around the recesses of my skin. As soon as it touches, it's like really insane. It's not that the brushes, the good brushes, are not like good and stuff. They are. Don't get me wrong. It's just that for some people, it's not worth it, and kind of understand. Depends on the type of application that you're doing. Like, if you're just painting for tabletop ready, normal cheap brushes are just enough. You don't need those fancy ones. Or if you're trying to achieve higher level of painting, not saying that you need, because I don't think that you need. It just gives you a slight edge. Like, I was told the other day that a guy, it's a painter here in Portugal, is actually really good, and he only paints with cheap brushes. He doesn't use like those Winsor & Newton, and he does art. He doesn't use those Winsor & Newton, he doesn't use any of that. Because he believes those old ways where it's not the brush that makes the painter, it's the painter brush. And if a painter can paint with any type of brush, you're good for the rest of your life. So he got that habit where he's not um, really too worried with what brand the brush is, or as soon as it is a brush, he doesn't give a fuck. Which is a nice concept. I really like it, but at the same time, I tend to disagree because it's not the same. I don't think it's the same. Because I've tried, and for example, I'm using a cheap brush here. Paint the metallic. It's not the same. Can't say it's the same because it's not. Like the way that the brush reacts and everything, it's too different. Yeah, I didn't end. I didn't end what I was saying about the why I'm not using the music on the stream. So the reason I'm not using music on the stream is mainly because of the strikes and everything, and the non-DMCA, and I got really frustrated trying to. I spent sometimes hours looking for some new music with non-DMCA, and it was dumb. And like you guys at the same time, you might not have the same taste in music, and you don't need to have. But at the same time, I believe that you're not like you can like my content, but if you don't like my music and if it's playing all the time, you'll get sick of it eventually. And one way to prevent that is not putting music on the stream. At least I think that way. And like that, if I want to do some videos for YouTube also, um, I don't get too worried because now I can use like my actual voice without messing with the music. And if I want to use a specific music, I can. So at the moment, I'm listening to my music. And you guys can listen to me and to other music that you want. And I think it's a win-win situation for everyone. Have to be really careful here. Nice. Side is missing. Here on this side is good. Back here. Tip. This side. It's missing in the back. This part there. Up here. So this side is okay. And on this part and on this one. This button also deserves a little bit of attention. Paint the sides here really carefully so I don't paint the stone. Please notice that every time that I'm loading the brush, I remove just the excess of paint so it doesn't run along everywhere, to minimize it as much as I can. Ah, fuck. It's a small space, but oh, nice. I think these rims around the horns, I'll paint them as gold as well. But I think it's cooler though. I don't know if you guys agree, but I do think like the rim is better like that, and it seems like the horn is sticking from it. So I think it's good. Too much paint. Fuck. Glad I didn't ruin any. Fucking hell. A little bit more pressure on the brush and I will be fucked. Would have been fucked right on that instant. Sorry, I'm too quiet, but I really want to be focused on this part. Really important for me to not ruin this shit. Because this is a really, really difficult stuff. There is really difficult stuff to repair if I have a mistake here. Oh, that actually looks insane. Like it. I really like it, bros. I think that was the best call I've done so far on this dinosaur. Not gonna lie. I think my best call was doing this shit, this rim around the horns, gold. Have other rim, gold. Careful. Oh shit! It spilled. Fuck. I'm gonna save this. See if I can actually absorb most of it. This and look, it's dried already. This paint, bro, is just insane. Fucking insane. Like a super fast speed drying paint. It's actually alcohol. Yeah. So now that I'm covering all the gold pieces, it actually gives a vibe of gold. And it really separates what it's stone and what it's metal. I really, really dig it. Oof, fucked up. really big that time. Insane. Like, this gold is just insane. I'm really happy that I bought it, but at the same time, I'm scared as fuck while using it. That's how dangerous this paint is. I just painted a little bit. Fucking hell. Gladly, I didn't touch any really important parts, so kind of safe. That matter. Same time, paint is just weird. Alcohol-based paints are just weird. Mm, and I'm starting to notice that the brush is not holding the tip properly already. Small detail there. And a small detail here. Okay. Better. Mm. Now the miniature is more sturdily sticked to the cork. You know something? I'm really struggling with deciding how I'm going to do the base for this one. Not joking. Really struggling because I have, well, it didn't come up too much great idea. At least that I think that are good. But yeah, just paint here on the sides of the noble thingy. Oh, this part is already done. Nice. Up here, it's missing this little right there. So here I have something that I'm not sure. Well, I'll paint it. I think it gives a nice. Yeah, gives a nice detail. But I really need perfect tiny tip, bit of gold, the rim, any gold detail. Oh, that's awesome. I'm really glad. I'm really glad that I went with the marble effect. It actually sits really well, gold and everything. So I'm done with the gold. Actually, I'm not. Fuck. And I've already cleaned the brush. No. Well, maybe I can still use it. Doesn't have it doesn't have the tip anymore, but yeah, sure. Was this tiny piece of a rim that I missed? Fuck. How did I miss this? Right there in front of me. Okay, so now I can clean it. And I can say goodbye to this brush. It's just already ruined. So now, cleaning just the tip of my fingers. And this is really important because these paints, the alcohol ones, they actually like stick to anything that it touches them. It's really weird. It's almost like they're never dry. So strange. So I can put this water with metal, go down the drain, and now I'm grabbing a little piece of clean water for the other metals. I'm using the emerald metal for the green parts, and I can also move this one out of here so I don't mess around with it too much and I end up fucking everything. So yeah. So emerald, here we go. Mix it just a tiny bit. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna go just right away. There's the one thing that I remembered. Like, should these pieces, now that I look at it, it would actually kind of be cool if I add it would actually be cool if I add the gold, the other really dangerous gold, to here. Because there's some like rare stuff here. Yeah. It gives more detail to it, more realism. Same time. Is it good? Look at that. It actually is good. Better like this. I like it. I was thinking of doing like an emerald trim, but like this, I don't think I'm going to do emerald. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the sides, but I'll do gold as well. Yeah. Too far from the camera. Final touches? Nice. Holy shit. Can't believe it. Looking so good. Actually looking better than it was before. I really fucking dig it. Now officially we can put this gold on. Another ruined brush. And now I can use the other brushes, mainly one. Put this water here. Bring the one from the for the normal brushes. Use another cup. So we have a little bit of black here, the model air, because I want to do something. I want to clean up all the white in here. Because I don't want the background yeah, because I don't want the background to be white, because that way it doesn't give so much contrast to it. Let me just clean up my pinky here. Fuck. Have to fix a little mistake there. And yeah, I was cleaning my pink. I had a shit ton of gold in here, and I've already painted some red, some gold onto the red, which I wasn't supposed to. So now I'm going to be cleaning the inner parts of top things. So inner parts. Well, we could argue that this inner parts could be shown, but I don't know why. I really like when the black is there, giving a nice contrast to the green. That. Like the white wasn't too bad, but I think this way really gives it a little bit more full vibe. Now we are going to do the same for this part where it will receive the green. Want the black to be there in the background. And I don't worry too much with the imperfections besides this line almost touching the gold. Mainly because the green will be strong enough to hide the black. I hope. think that's good enough. What time is it? Fuck, I really need to get some sleep. God. Oh, I'm screwed. Just got so into it because I didn't even notice the arrow. We wanted to finish the section. So tomorrow I'll be doing a stream also, I think. And I know I ended up coming late today, but yeah. Mm-hmm. It's looking good. Now I just need to paint the... Now I can paint the metallic green. The emerald part. I use this brush. I don't want to use this one. Let's use this one. This one has a better tip. And this is going to need more layers to it. Alright, I just shot up a huge... Still here. There's like a huge fiber. Cotton fiber. Got it. Finally. Nice. One here. Please, so I don't paint black. I don't want to be painting this again. So one thing that I really find useful is to be calm, really calm, not rushing, even though I need to go to sleep, trying to fight the urge to rush this shit. I don't know what the fuck I just did. Just dipped on the black with the green. Fucking hell. So cool. I'm so excited to see this shit finish. And that's why I was telling you guys just not long before. Long ago, I mean. Long before. I don't know what I'm gonna do as a diorama for this piece. Because the piece is so freaking cool. And it's so freaking good. But at the same time, I don't want to go too overboard with it. Maybe I should. What I was thinking of doing as a diorama was something more like a jungle or something, and like the dinosaur is brushing down a tree, because it has the pose as if it was stumping something. And then I would do like I don't know, it was just a forest around it, or someone running from it could be something really cool as well. But I'm not as sure. Where was the white? Oh, it already dried. Fuck. Look, the piece of silicone that I had with white already dried. The fuck? I wasn't expecting that at all. Because I want to now add white to this front part. of the saddle. I semi rough way. Hopefully it does blend in. Yeah. That part really fucks me. Nice. Front. This part as well. Not this piece. White. And yeah, there you have it. A stony, marbly looking thing. Oh, I'm so fucking happy with this result. Even though the marble effect it's not too strong, it does resemble as marble. And it's cool because it's random as well. So yeah. So tomorrow, if I gain a little bit of courage, you'll understand what I'm going to say. I might try using with really thinned stripes some gold lines here on the marble as well, because sometimes you have marble with the black lines and then um, gold lines, but I'm not going to use the airbrush. I'm going to use the airbrush. Just going to hate it, but I'm going to try on the lid before, because the lid already has a marble type of pattern, and yeah. Oh, but it's looking so good. So good. I'm really happy with it, actually. And I'll be doing washes and feathers tomorrow also. I'll be taking care of this as soon as it dries tomorrow as well, but so guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, I want to, well, this is the last stream of the month per se. So I want to shout out to everyone that followed. So Eclipse, Kill One, Godzinho for the raids, MMaxer for the follow, Digitally for the follow, Grim Reaper for the follow, LeBoss91 for the prime, the Gifus for the prime, Cozy Talks for the 4 times prime, Bloody Queen for the new follow, Robin Roots for follow, Robin Roots for the prime, and as well Jaywalk Mafia for the subscribe. So yeah, guys, you're all amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I'll be here tomorrow. We'll continue painting this bad boy. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. and I'll be doing some painting tutorials and everything, and I'll put on my Patreon lately. Not lately. In the future, I'll be putting on my Patreon. So yeah, hopefully, I'll be able to provide you guys with a lot of tutorials and everything. So thank you so much for watching once again. See you tomorrow. Have a nice night.